Today, I've come to see something different. I'm Richard Vobes, TV's Bald Explorer, and I'm discovering Britain. The UK is remarkable for its amazing selection of old buildings, particularly its religious houses. Towns, villages, and even hamlets are all built up around them. Today, I'm exploring a more recent relic, buried in the woods of West Sussex, and often considered a mystery to those that accidentally stumble across it. Care to join me? Apart from the need to construct a place of shelter for himself, man has always built churches in one form or another. In Sussex, where I'm exploring our great British heritage, there are many churches, some large, some small, some Saxon and many Norman. And given the length of time they've been subject to British weather, they're in remarkable condition. Deep in the West Sussex countryside, hidden in a nature reserve open to the public, and not too far from the market town of Petworth, and a stone's throw from the village of Petworth, stands the remains of a roofless brick church. To the casual observer or rambler out in the countryside, it may appear as an oddity, for there is no community surrounding it. As with many ruins, seemingly out of place, it has its story and reasons for being where it is. But as time moves on, they're not always apparent. This is the remains of St. Michael and All Angels, the Bedham Mission Church. I visited the area during the production of a film about the state of our crumbling churches in Britain. Well, here's a sort of classic example, if you like, of a church that now is no longer in use and has been abandoned. I was intrigued and saddened to find this relic in such a poor state. Towards the end of the 19th century, the Anglican Church felt it important to reach out and minister to the rural communities of England. They built mission churches and chapels, often in the most isolated of places. People from the farming communities and countryside industries, such as woodsmen and charcoal burners, were encouraged to attend. Basic education was offered to the parishioners' children, and here at Bedham a curtain divided the interior, separating the infants from the seniors. On Fridays the desks were turned to face the altar, ready for Sunday service. A tiny little church like this would have been visited by a local priest, and the headmaster of the Petworth school came along to assist as a lay reader. And it was really essentially set up for the charcoal burners and the farmers in the area, just small local rural people. See, this is a really interesting find. You might be out for a walk and suddenly you come across it. We're in the middle of a forest, in the middle of nowhere. But look, you've got the windows, you've got the ironwork around the side. You wonder, when it was a school, whether there were coloured glass depicting scenes from the Bible, teaching the children, of course, in the old traditional way, through pictorial images of the story of Jesus. And of course the Victorians were very heavy on that sort of thing. And the brickwork, probably made from local clay, I would imagine, because if you've got to cart this lot up to where we are in the middle of nowhere, it's not such an easy process. So it all makes sense.
Bedham Church was paid for by the Squire of Pitt's Hill House, Member of Parliament for Midhurst, William Townley Mitford, which this plaque set in the wall above the entrance commemorates. But times were already changing, and in the early 20th century, largely due to 2 world wars and the decline of the charcoal industry, the majority of country folk had gravitated to towns, and the congregation diminished. The last wedding was held here in 1959. Although the church is decaying and is unlikely to be restored, it is still a place of quiet meditation and wonder, and definitely worth a visit. Don't forget to keep coming back for more of my heritage videos. And join me again the next time I go bald exploring.